By the looks of this, you already know what time it is. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I'm going to show you how to make the best sweet potato pie on this side of the Mason-Dixon. So you stay tuned, honey. I'll be back. So we're gonna get started with our pie crust. Okay, I have different pie crust recipe, guys, that I'm doing, but today I'm doing the shortening method, okay? We are going to need flour, shortening. I have some lemon juice. The lemon juice is gonna keep the crust tender, okay? And it's gonna prohibit the over processing and working of the gluten. And we have some sugar, okay? But with this pie crust, guys, you could adjust it, and I'll show you how, okay? So we're gonna need about 2.5 cups of flour. Okay, and this pie crust, because it's a shortening crust, it'll be ready to use, really. I mean, I usually just make my crust and it's ready to use, okay? So as you can see, my loves, I am spooning my flour into my cup here, all right? Just stir your flour a little bit and do that. Okay, my love, so I added about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. You could go up to 1/4 cup, which is about 4 tablespoons of sugar. It depends on how sweet you want it. And but if you're making a savory pie, you don't have to add the sugar at all. You could reduce the sugar. So you have an option to play with that, okay? So now we're going to cut in our fat. If you have your cutter, what do you call that again? Lord, I went blank. If you have a pastry cutter, use that. Or if not, you could use a fork. Okay, I'm gonna use my pastry cutter. You could use a pastry cutter to cut in. But if not, take a fork and you're gonna work that in, okay? And we're looking for crumb pea size. That's what we're looking for, okay? Okay, that's what it'll look like. And now it's a tablespoon. I would make this about 3 teaspoons. About a tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay. Two tablespoons of water. Okay. And we're just gonna go like this. So it's up to you to be able to determine how much you need. You just need enough just to bring it together. Okay, so see, 2 tablespoons was just enough. That's all we needed. 2 tablespoons is what we needed, guys. See, that's all you basically needed. Okay, my loves. So now your pie crust is ready. I just used about 2 tablespoons. It depends. Some days you might need a little bit more. It depends on where you live too. You just need enough just to bring it together. Okay. Just bring it together. And just to create another layer, I'll go like this. Just to give me some layers, I'll fold it like 2-3 times, and that's about it. If you want, you can make this ahead of time, guys. You can always make this quick pie crust ahead of time. Put it in the freezer when you're ready to use it for the holidays. I think it could last in there for about a month. You know, you can make it ahead of time. Freeze them. Okay, keep them into discs. Okay, this is like for one, I think about 1 or 2 9-inch pie pans, I think. All right, but you have it right here. Wax paper or parchment paper to put in between so you could do that fine, but it's just so you don't go overboard with the flour. And I'm putting a little bit of flour on top and on my thing here so I could measure out how much I'm going to need. And I'm making a big pie here, and yes, I am using a cake pan, gag. Okay. Move this crust around, guys. A little bit larger than what you're using. You could even make sweet potato squares. Put this in the pan. Put the dough in there. You know, and you got sweet potato squares, which I think is cute because it's easier to cut. And I think you get, I don't know, more servings out of it. Okay, how I do it. I like simplicity in my life, but this works for me. And you do it the way, but this method works for me. And so if you have a Silpat, don't worry about it. If you have a Silpat, it's even better. Okay. I'm going to use a glass dipped in some flour. Okay. Very flaky crust. And yes, you can use this if you want to make a cheesecake too. Catch. Perfect. Okay. We'll do some simple crimping. Okay. And my loves, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and press that subscribe button and also press that notification bell so you can be notified of all my new videos, all postings, and press that like button and let everybody know Jackie's cooking. Ready to use, okay, and just do some docking. Jump right into this recipe for our sweet potato pie because Thanksgiving is coming up. Okay, so I'm gonna do it my way. I have some sweet potatoes here. Okay. We have some light brown sugar. We have some molasses. Ground cinnamon. Ginger, ground ginger. And I have a little nutmeg here. You don't need a lot of nutmeg, trust. Okay. I have some butter flavored vanilla. Salt. You need that salt. That little pinch of salt makes a big difference. I have a couple of eggs here. Butter, of course. And evaporated milk. Okay. Let's get to our filling. Okay, my loves. So, usually for this, I would use 2 medium-sized potatoes, but these look small to me. So I'm going to use 3, which will give me 2. See what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna do that. And what we're gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna wash them first, okay? Rinse them under some nice water. This recipe was passed down by my uncle, late Uncle Billy, and he made the best sweet potato pie, and I don't like it any other way, okay? So guys, what are we gonna do with our sweet potatoes? We finished washing them, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna dock them a little bit. Just dock them. Just helps them cook faster. Oh, girl, I don't wanna stab myself. Ooh, these some tough, so just put a couple little holes in them. I'm gonna wrap them individually in some aluminum foil. Okay, if you want to boil yours, you can, but my uncle taught me that roasting is the best because you ain't got to worry about no water getting into it, of course, and it'll roast in its own natural sugars and so forth, okay? And I'm gonna put these right in the oven and be back. Potatoes, I took them out, about an hour and change. I baked it at 375, okay? And it also depends on the texture, the size of your sweet potatoes. So, look at that. Look at that. And it's nice, I feel the stickiness of it, and that's from its own natural sugar. Just use a fork, guys, and it'll fall right off. See? Just like that. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do first. All right? And we're gonna do this because this will help get rid of those fibers. All right? Any of those excess fibers. That's if there is any. Make sure you get all rid of those excess fibers off that beater. That works for me, okay? You see? Stick of butter. Okay. I don't know why I put this back in the refrigerator. But because this is hot, okay? Because this is hot, it's gonna melt right in there. 1/4 cup of molasses. About 1/4 cup. Some good old molasses, just a little bit. I'm going to add about 3/4 cups. About 3/4 cups of light brown sugar. So I'm gonna know what the hell is. I'm gonna make it a cup. You could cut back on the sugar if you like, but that's what the sweet potato pie is. It's sweet, not killer sweet, but that's what makes it sweet. Add a tablespoon of my butter vanilla. My butter vanilla. 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Cause that bad boy is spicy. You don't want it, okay? 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Add a pinch of salt, which is probably like 1/4, like this. That's all you want. Let me start, and I'm gonna grate in some nutmeg. Add about 2 tablespoons of rum. 2 tablespoons of rum. 2 slightly beaten eggs. And I'm going to add a little carnation milk. I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon. And I'm going to grate some nutmeg to this. More butter, vanilla. About a good tablespoon of that. This is really good stuff. Nutmeg. Nutmeg, each milk. That's about quarter of a cup. That's it. Gives it that extra richness. Okay, as you can see, alright, line bake this if you like to, but I usually find I don't have to with this. Okay, this is definitely okay. Alright guys, so I'm gonna bake this bad boy in the oven. Okay, and we're gonna bake that at 375, okay, for about, oh boy, I would say about an hour, but we'll check up on it. And here is our delicious pie, guys. I baked this for about an hour. What you could do is with a knife, just so you go in the center and it comes out clean, okay? And we're gonna let this rest. Usually I'll serve it the next day. That's how I do it. All right, and my loves, this is another way I baked my sweet potato pie. I like to bake them in these nice rectangular pans. That's another option. And these are good for if you're, I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's good, especially when you're having potlucks, or if you're having a lot of people come over and a large dinner party or what have you. This is another great option because it's easier to cut, and I feel like you could get more servings out of this. So do it the same way, you know, as when I put it in the round pan, okay? And try this method as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please try this recipe. Leave me your comments and check out all my new upcoming videos. Thanksgiving is coming up and I definitely have more recipes. So eat, love, and pray.